Hello and welcome. In this tutorial we're going to take a look at the sensor board and experiment a little bit with what appears on the microbit when we program it. So I've connected my microbit up via a USB to my computer and I've opened up MakeCode. Now I'm going to pair my device. So I choose pair and just connect. Now if you aren't aware of that process, there is a video a little bit further on that explains all of that. What I want to do is I want to get the data from the sound sensor, which is connected, as you can see, to pin 1, and I want to see what occurs on the microbit when I try to graph that data. So I'm going to go into LEDs and I'm going to choose plot bar graph. Bar graph that I want to plot is going to be the data from the pin 1, and it's an analog sensor, so I can drop that in there and I'll just make sure that I choose pin 1. From the reading that I did, I'm aware that it will report data up to 1023. When I download the code to my microbit, you can see that half the LEDs light up. If I play some loud music, you can see that the LEDs light up, but when it's really quiet, it looks like there's still a whole bunch of noise. The reason for this is because, so when that sensor provides the data, it returns about 1.5 volts when it's very quiet, and it returns voltages higher than 1.5 and less than 1.5 when it detects more noise. So if I want my bar graph to start with silence, just showing on 1 or 2 LEDs at the very bottom row, then I need to do a little bit of math. Because I know that it's reporting a value up to about 1023, when it is reporting silence it's about 500, I can fix it. I'll remove the analog read pin 1. I'm going to add in this subtraction block. I'll put the analog read pin 1 into the first part of that, and I'm going to take away about half of the 1023. So I'm going to take away 512 and I'll drop all of that into the top. So now I have something which is, I'm going to make that 511. So now I have code which will indicate silence or thereabouts with just 1 or 2 LEDs at the bottom. So let's download that and see what happens. So now that it's quiet, it is just showing 1 LED. If I start playing some music again, you can see that more LEDs light up as the noise level increases. The problem is that no matter how hard I try, I can't get it up above around the middle set of LEDs, the middle row of LEDs, and that's because it will only report a top value of 512 because I've taken away 511 from whatever the value is. So out of my 1023, it'll only ever report up to 512 because then it runs out of numbers. So I'm going to change my up to be, instead of 1023, I want it to be 512. Now when I download that code, you'll see that it's a little bit more responsive to the sounds, and if I start playing some, you can see that more and more LEDs light up. So now I have my microbit reflecting the sounds that the sound sensor is reporting to it, starting with LEDs just in the bottom row for very low sound and moving up the rows as we'd expect as the sound increases. In the next video we'll take a look at what we can do with this data by way of capturing it and then analysing it in some way. Thanks for watching.